Oh, great. I can see everyone's filtering through the chat. That's great. If you've just joined us, hi, thank you for joining us. If you'd like to use a chat option just to say hello and the cause that you're here representing, and then we'll make a start. Okay. Oh, we've still got people coming in. Brilliant. If you haven't already, now is the time to maybe go and grab that drink if you're regretting not doing it. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so we will go ahead and make a start. If we have any latecomers, don't worry, this session is recorded, of course, so we haven't started yet. I can still see people are coming in, which is brilliant. So don't worry, it's recorded and we do send it out after. Okay, so what we're going to be looking at today is how we maximize your potential with the Easy Fundraising donation reminder. But before we do that, of course, let's take a look at some admin and some housekeeping. So as I've stated already, the slides are recorded and we will send this out after this session. So if you are making notes, brilliant. But if you don't get everything down, do not worry, because you can refer back to it at a later time. You will notice, if you've not been on a webinar before, that it's not quite the same as a meeting. You won't have the ability to unmute or put your camera on. So please do use that chat box if you have any questions at all about what we're talking about on this session, or just generally about the donation reminder. Okay. If you have been on one of these webinars before with me, then it's great to see you back. If you haven't, we will go through what you can expect on this session and essentially what you will know very confidently by the end of this session as well. So this is one of our, well, it is the first one of this year. So we are going to be doing these over a 6 to 8 week period. So if you feel like you do want to just come back to this and maybe get a refresher, we will be repeating these. So you'll notice on that registration, there was a drop down to pick different dates. So please feel free to come along to as many as you like. We will also be running a monthly Maximise Your Easy Fundraising account. So how to make it as successful as possible and to really utilize what you have on the platform, and how to encourage your supporters to use it as a way of fundraising. So look out for that in your inboxes. We will let you know when that's live and you can register for it, but that is something that we are planning on doing very soon. So hopefully we will see just as many people on that session. So some introductions. Hello, my name is Louisa. I am the fundraising manager here at Easy Fundraising. So my role is predominantly to help causes just like you, specifically the admin for the cause, who's very much involved in the fundraising and finding another way to raise those vital funds as an alternative stream, and that's very much what we are. So I work very closely with charities to support them to manage their Easy Fundraising account and to make sure they're doing just about everything that they can to get their supporters registered, and of course to raise those funds through this fantastic platform that's completely free for the charity and completely free for the supporter. I also have my colleague here with me, Ali. Ali, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ellie. I work in customer support, so I deal with any inquiries that you do have and also validating your causes. I'll be on the chat box, so if anyone has any questions, please feel free and I will answer them for you.
Thank you. Yes, so Ali is here today to support this session, and hopefully we'll see a lot more of it on these sessions. So exactly how she said, she'll be here to answer any questions. We will open some of the questions up on the session, so I will have a look at maybe some trending questions that you might have about the reminder or the webinar session itself, but use that chat box for anything that we go through, or like I say, anything in general about the reminder. Okay. So what can we expect by the end of this session? So we are going to be looking at how you install the reminder. So if you are new to Easy Fundraising and you've taken the opportunity to come along today and find out a little bit more about one of our fantastic products that we have, then welcome and thank you for registering. It's great to have you, and we are looking forward to making this as successful as we can, and help you really get this off the ground. If you aren't new to Easy Fundraising and you have a great knowledge of how it works, if you have the reminder already installed, brilliant. But what we will be looking at today is how you install it, and really look at maybe those core questions or hesitations either yourself could be having when it comes to that reminder, or your supporters. So if you're finding your supporters are not as confident with app technology and and it seems all very daunting to maybe install this, then don't worry. You'll see throughout this session just how easy it is in a matter of clicks to get this set up on your phone and get raising on all your shopping that you're placing online. We will also look at how you use the donation reminder to maximize your funds, so utilizing it at every opportunity, and how to get your supporters using the donation reminder, because of course that's key. You could be, we have lots of admins on this session at very different stages. As I've mentioned, you could have just registered with us, you could already be with us and actually really successfully raising, but want to just open up this other product to your supporters and maybe just looking for that encouragement and that confidence of how to do it. So we'll look at that today, and just kind of identify some of the ways in which you can get your supporters registering, and not only registering, but downloading the app and getting that reminder, because it's a fantastic product and it will transform the way you raise, and it really will capture more donations. Okay. So let's go back a little bit. Let's take a look at what we already, or some of us may already know, and that is the Easy Fundraising donation reminder that we had on on desktop. So we have the reminder available on desktop, just so you are aware. What we did last year is we launched this onto mobile, specifically on the iOS software, the iOS platform. Now, one of the key pieces of feedback we had from admins and supporters was, when can we use this on mobile? When will it be available for our supporters that shop through mobile? So we listened, we worked extremely hard on this, and we're really pleased to say that it's now available. But as you can see, some fantastic feedback that we have about the desktop version here from some of our supporters, and just how easy it is to use through 3 key areas. And that is, it highlights the brands, it's a helpful reminder, and of course it helps you to keep track when you're shopping. So this originated on desktop, and we are very pleased to say it's now come to mobile. So for clarity, if you are sitting there thinking, well, I'm an Android user, or I know a lot of my supporters could potentially be an Android user, please don't worry if that's a question you're thinking, what about those supporters? The reason behind us only having this available on the Apple products, and specifically iPhones and iPads, is down to the software capabilities. So the latest, or what should I say, iOS 16 update allowed us to have this product and launch this product onto mobile. It is very, very new technology. We were the first to have this on mobile, specifically through iPhone and iPad. So that is the reason. It's not for any other reason, or we don't want to. Of course, when it's available on Android, we certainly will, if and when that happens. But for the meantime, of course, the app is still available on Android, so you can still use the Easy Fundraising app if you're an Android user. But of course, if you're an iPhone user, or you might have an Android but you've got an iPad, so you can still download that onto your iPad. Okay, so what we're going to look at now is how to use the donation reminder. So this is a great 60-second video that highlights the journey that you will take when you shop if you were to have the donation reminder installed onto your iPhone. So that's it. So that's what that key journey looks like when you shop. And the feedback so far for the donation reminder has been fantastic. As you can see, there's a combination of people clearly saying it's really picked up some of those donations that they could have missed prior, much easier to raise that money. They've definitely found that the new donation reminder has been extremely helpful and easier to raise that money. Jim thinks it's amazing, which is great. You do find that you use it a lot more because you do have it there, and eventually you do become incentivized naturally just by having that little reminder. So we've had some great feedback already on the reminder as well. Just before I continue, I just want to check if there are any trending questions about what we've covered so far about the reminder at all.
Nope, nothing at the moment.
Okay,
Thank
brilliant.
you.
Okay, so of course this isn't going to appear on its own. We need to be able to install this. So we have created a fantastic short video. As you can see, it's going to be 30 seconds long of how to install it, and that's because of how quick and easy it is. So I'm going to show you a video now, and just to be clear, these videos are available for you to share. We can provide them to you, so make it nice and easy to share and with your supporters, so you can say, look, this is how easy it is. So I'm going to take a quick look at how you install it through these easy steps. Okay. So whilst we were watching that, you'd noticed once you've downloaded the app, it is 4 easy steps to enabling the reminder, just 4 steps. So once, of course, you've downloaded the app and you go to your AA in the bottom of your search option, you'll see that you can go to your extensions with your jigsaw piece, toggle that on, and then you simply select the review option that pops up at the top of your phone. You interact with that and you're good to go. And it is that simple. So that means every time you shop via Safari, and this is brilliant if you aren't necessarily looking at a particular retailer, but if you're shopping for an item. So if you search for a specific item, so of course the weather's picking up beautifully now. So if you were searching for a barbecue, for example, then what it will do is it will generate your search just as it normally would, but it will install the easy fundraising option above each retailer. So you can see those retailers that will honour a donation. So it really narrows down that net. It helps you to select a retailer that you're going to shop with, and also allowing you to get a donation. So once you arrive on that page, that little icon appears and you simply interact with it. And that means that donation has enabled on the platform. When the supporter goes to shop or yourself, that donation will appear on the account. The more supporters that do that and the more donations we capture, the more funds that means for the cause, of course. Let's take a look at how we maximise your funds by using the mobile reminder. So there are some key fundamental things that we think that will assist you with this. So those videos are how-to videos, you could say, and they really do capture just how easy it is to not only download and to enable the reminder, but actually how to interact with it and make sure you're using it correctly. So those videos are there to help you visually to share on your social channels, to include on any face-to-face events if you have a digital screen, if you're using an iPad, just to really identify, look, this is what it is and this is how it works. So we've got these really useful videos. When you're promoting your course, it's really important to reference every time the reminder. So when I say promoting your course, of course, what you'll be doing is talking about your Easy Fundraising account. It might be you're talking about your fundraising and you're mentioning register on Easy Fundraising to support the charity. By the way, it's really easy and simple. Download their app and install the reminder and enable the reminder. So it's just adding that on as a, look, this product is also available. So it makes it really nice and easy for them. And of course, they're aware that they don't have to change their shopping habits, because ultimately that's where sometimes donations can be missed, because of course we here at Easy Fundraising can live and breathe the platform and really champion the platform, but we do understand that's not the case for supporters in the individual giving sector. So it's really important that they can see that's available each and every time, and they don't have to change the way that they shop. So that's even better. Use the mobile donation reminder yourself. It's so important to be your own cause advocate, not just on the platform full stop. So raising through the platform, it's really important that you yourself download the reminder and also you use it, because if you do use it, it makes it a lot easier when you're having those conversations, be it via social media. So if you share something and you get a question, you have the confidence to answer. Or if it's a face-to-face event, you can say, I use it, this is my account, this is how it works. So you can actually show that supporter, and it gives them that sense of assurance, because of course, the charity, the good cause, is using the platform as well. So please do remember to install this yourself and actively use it. The more you talk about it, the more the supporters use it. The amount of donations that you will gain just off the back of installing the reminder is massive. So it's really important that on every opportunity that you have, you mention you can do this through our reminder. To encourage your supporters, of course, it's really important that you identify some of your engaging channels. So if you have been sharing this, brilliant. If you find that you're not seeing many people use it, or do you know if they're using it? Have you asked that question out to your supporters? It's really good sometimes to go back to your supporters and maybe run a poll or a survey if you use Facebook predominantly, or a social channel. Ask them if they know about this product and how it works, because if the general consensus is they never even knew it existed, then you have a great opportunity there to say, well, this is what it is and this is how it works. So have a think about, firstly, what channel is the most engaging for you? So where do you want to be talking about this reminder? That could be a closed Facebook group. That could be on your general social channels if you have a high following or a high reach, or it could be your communication. So is it a newsletter or is it an email solace that gets sent out? If you are a charity, a larger charity, of course, that has a staff base, this is perfect it's a perfect ask really for your staff. We work with lots of charities that encourage their staff to get involved with this way of fundraising. So of course, if you're looking at alternative ways to raise and you've registered with Easy Fundraising, one of the easiest ways is to ask maybe a section of your team or your department that maybe is procurement, that's shopping online for the office, or is it a local business that you could introduce and they could get involved? But that is a great way to get more donations, and the easiest way is of course through the reminder. So have a real think about your channels and the supporters, maybe staff, that you could be reaching out to. And don't be afraid to offer a prize. So if you feel like you have a little bit of budget to maybe offer a really fun incentive, and it doesn't have to be a big grand prize, it could be something quite small, but maybe when you get together, you could say, we have the next 2 weeks to see how many supporters can download the app and install the reminder, and you could run a prize draw to pick a winner and offer them a prize. So have a think about the ways you can make it really fun and engaging for your supporter to actively want to do this. And promoting at every opportunity. If you have the ability to speak with your supporters face to face, it's so important to be able to show them how it works. I myself and one of my colleagues go to lots of fundraising conferences, and one of the key things that we do is demo the platform. So please feel free to do the same. It's the best way to show a supporter just how easy it is, and just how advanced it is as well. So it sits on your phone, you don't have to do anything extra, and you'll get a donation at the same time for spending no more money. It's a brilliant message, and of course one that couldn't have come at a better time. A lot of our causes are talking about the cost of living and the effect that's having on the individual giving sector within the charity sector. So being able to offer this as an alternative or as an extra, and then being able to say it's even easier, is fantastic. And our top one, of course, is the using any kinds of charity testimonials. So advocate by using charity testimonials. And by that, I mean, are you using it yourself? Do you have the board of trustees using it? Do you have the CEO using it? I spoke to a course not too long ago, and their CEO said, oh, that's brilliant, I use it, it's fantastic. They've used that as a testimonial that they will be sharing with their supporters. So it's a message from the CEO, and it's a simple testimonial saying how easy it is to use and the fact that he uses it himself. So being able to share that story and create those stories really does install that assurance and that need for to kind of eliminate any worries. It's such a brilliant way to advocate for your own Easy Fundraising account. So if there's anything I could suggest that you do, it is that. So, and it doesn't have to be CEO level or a staff member, it could be volunteers. Of course, if you're a volunteer-led good cause, or even if you're a smaller cause where you're a committee or a sports group, a PTA, whoever you are, if you can get testimonials. And the better the testimonials, when I say better, I mean video content. If anybody out there isn't or is really confident to do a video testimonial, even better, because it gives you really great engaging content to share. So of course you want to avoid repeating yourself, you want to avoid turning into wallpaper when you're sharing this, and one of the best ways is to get some really creative video content. It doesn't have to be long, it could be a collection of 2 or 3 people speaking for a few moments of how they use Easy Fundraising account and how the donation reminder specifically has helped them to capture all of their donations every time they shop online. We've seen more and more causes and charities take this method because it has much more of an impact, and as well can lead to supporter registrations. So not just the supporters that are already registered and using, a lot more could then register off the back of that type of content. Okay. Again, I will just check if there is any particular trending question within the chat. Ali, anything at all that you'd like me to maybe highlight and discuss?
No, nothing at the moment.
Okay,
Thank
brilliant. So what I wanted to touch on, now I appreciate the dates are extremely tight now, but I do want to just let you know that this is still running. It's still an incentive that we have. So there are 3 days left. So if there's any call to action after this, it's taking advantage of the next 3 days. So it is something that is prompted. So it's something that's there. So users would need to see an email push notification or an app interstitial. So an interstitial, of course, is what you can see on the left-hand side when that pops up. All the supporter needs to do is enable the donation reminder by the 23rd. They need to raise £5 within 6 months, which more than easy to do with some of our donation rates doubling, tripling at the moment, or any of your quick wins like a car insurance or a big purchase, or of course if you're booking a holiday, very easily achieved. Some fantastic donation rates, but we will add a bonus £5 on to the charity account for each supporter that can do that. So there are still 3 days to do that. So please, if you're going to share it, use those 3 days to do so. Apologies for that, it's a duplication. I can just see in the chat there is a question, Sheila, thank you. Where is this tool? So Ali will of course share the link if she hasn't already, but you have a promote my course tab on your Easy Fundraising account where you can access your toolkit, and your toolkit will show you all of these key pieces. So either it being the incentive, of course, or anything to do with seasonality pieces, but that specific offer has to pop up for the user. So when they download the app, it will pop up, and of course they interact with it, they enable the reminder, and then they've of course they're into that kind of link that will be tracked, and that's how we then know we need to add that £5. So it is important that they follow that interstitial pop-up. There is nothing to share on that front because it will just naturally appear for the supporter, but anything else that where we offer a prize or a promotion, it will either be listed on our homepage when a supporter logs in, or yourself as admins, or it will be found in Promote My Course. Okay, so other than these sessions, we are constantly sharing ideas, ways to raise, ways to talk about the reminder, and some of our key times of the year to be talking about easy fundraising, and they are across our social channels. So if you haven't joined our Easy Fundraising Friends page just yet, I appreciate some of you today already are on there because we've shared this webinar there. Please feel free to. It's a fantastic private group where we have a Friday prize draw. So there's an opportunity to win something for yourself. It could be a prize draw for your cause. So £50 donation for the cause. So there's lots and lots of prize draws within that group, and lots of engaging pieces that we're sharing where our causes are coming together, talking about how they are successful. And of course, any updates that we have, so the next session on maximising your Easy Fundraising account will be shared there as well. We have our Twitter account, which is Easy UK, again, sharing all of our stories, all of our cause-led stories, our success stories. And we have the blog. The blog is fantastic because we will put in there all of our latest ideas, all of the things and all of the places you could be shopping if it's a seasonality piece. So as you can imagine, over Easter, we were sharing a lot in there with some of the retailers that you could shop with, that you could share with your supporter, whilst also getting a donation. So please go ahead and take a look. And we have our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel will, of course, hold all of our videos. So those 2 videos that we looked at in this session, they will be listed there. So you can have a look at those. You can share them out with your supporters. If you don't want to go through Promote My Cause, we will share those. On that channel, we also have some video content of our success stories. So we have some of our top raising causes on our YouTube channel, and they talk about how they were successful, how they were able to generate their donations, and how they got their supporters registered and raising, a lot of them through the app, a lot of them through the reminder. So it's really valuable information from a cause, very similar to yours. And it's just great to get an understanding of how they did it as well. And who knows, of course, if you are a successful cause, and we could be reaching out to you and asking if you would like to do it as well. So if you are interested in taking part in any of our video content, and you'd like to yourself have a testimonial piece recorded, then we would love to hear from you if that's something you would be interested in. Alongside our webinar sessions, I wanted to just let you know that there is an option to book a call. Now, this session is to help you understand how the reminder works and how easy it is to install, and of course, how to share it. But it's also important that you take a step back and look, actually, what as a charity or a cause do I need to make this successful? And one of the ways we can help with that is through a free dedicated session. So this is a one-to-one call, and it can be a phone call, it can be a Teams, a Zoom, whatever you're comfortable with. But what we do is we identify your key struggles and how to overcome them. We offer incentives. So as part of this session, everybody on this course, every course, on this webinar session, we have included a £1 incentive. But not only that, what we're going to do is, because you've attended this session, we can offer a double incentive. So for example, for every cause that gets a supporter registered, we offer a £1 bonus donation. If, of course, you can get your supporter to enable the reminder as well, then we can double that donation. So if you think we could really benefit from those funds, and it's a nice, easy way to get your supporters engaged and using the platform and using the reminder, then please go ahead and scan the code or share follow the link. Sorry, Ellie will share that link if you want to, and book a call with me. That's specifically with me for my calendar. And that I have availability from next week, so please go ahead. But ultimately, it's how to maximise this as a long-term viable way to raise funds, because it is. And we can look at you as a cause, as a charity, and really tailor what channels you have with bespoke material. And that could be copy, that could be an asset that you want to share, those videos, and those incentives as well. So that is exclusive to all of you on this session. So if you want to take advantage of that incentive, please feel free to book a call, and it would be great to hear from you, great to understand more about your charity, and of course make it as successful as possible through Easy Fundraising. We are nearing the end of the session, you'll be pleased to know, but what I do want to just highlight away from the reminder is just some key areas that you should be concentrating on when you're sharing about downloading the reminder. So the key things that you should be talking about and planning. So have a think about your seasonality campaigns. Of course, summer is approaching. People are booking holidays, breaks, back to school. You know, if you are thinking about maybe sharing anything about back to school, there's lots there. And of course, it's about planning. So if you're thinking, oh, that's a way off yet, it's good to get this planned in and to get an idea of what your strategy looks like. And these are some of the key things. So have a think about what should I be saying and when, because you want to have the most impact at those key times. And we will help you with that when you visit our blog or our social channels. We'll have lots there for you to see and to share. But start planning for the rest of the year. Have a think about if you're attending any events, or should you be? Is there anything within your community that you could be part of, where you could have that face-to-face interaction and you could talk to a supporter and potentially get them registered there and then, and using the donation reminder? A lot of our causes do that. And they see a great success behind that because you can answer those questions. I think one of the key things, and Ali will definitely back this up, is we have we get asked, what's the catch? Of course, how is it free? And we can completely understand that that is a relevant and valid question. And we, of course, our funds come from working with the retailer, so it allows us to give the charity 100% of that donation back. So it's really important that you take advantage of those opportunities when you're face to face with a supporter, and you can talk about how easy it is. You can show them, because you'll all have it downloaded, and you can see just how easy it is to use. So have a think about, actually, is there anything that we could be attending, or you've got anything penciled in, and you can think now about how do we incorporate easy fundraising. Do you, if you're a larger charity, have a fundraising segment? Is there a staff meeting that maybe you could mention? We're registered with Easy Fundraising. This would be a great way to get staff engagement up, because of course they can get involved. It's completely inclusive. So we often talk about fundraisers, and we practice what we preach. We have people doing marathons, triathlons, skydiving. If jumping out of a plane at 15,000 feet isn't your thing, then we all shop online. Not all of us want to or can run a marathon or bake a cake. So it's a really great way to get everybody involved. And again, don't be scared to incentivize. It's really fun to maybe hold a little bit of your own competition. And that could be, again, if it's staff, through departments, if you are a large group, if you're a club, if you know that there is a strong competitive streak amongst some, you probably think you already know exactly who this is, then take advantage of that, because this is a great fun way. It gets your supporters and your members engaged. And of course, it's all to raise those free funds. And that's ultimately the message here. It's a free way. And what we are very, very prominent on saying is we aren't asking supporters to shop more. We're simply saying, if you are shopping, get a donation at the same time. So do have a think about that. But of course, if you are booking a call, we can go through this and we can look at your cause specifically, and we can take a look at how we can make the most of that. So again, book that call and we can talk about that. So out of all that information, if there is 3 steps on what to do here, it would be, of course, downloading the Easy Fundraising donation reminder yourself. So downloading the app and enabling that reminder. Get your supporters using the app and the reminder. So use some of those tools that we spoke about on those channels, and maybe sharing those how-to videos, which I will attach in the follow-up email with this session. So I will attach those videos so you've got them to hand, and book a call. So have a chat with me. We can look at your charity and we can go through how to make the most of it. And yes, surprise, you may have noticed on the registration and your email that you received that everybody who has registered and attended this evening will be entered into a £50 donation prize draw. So everyone will go into a random generator and we will pick a lucky winner, and we will add a £50 donation onto the Easy Fundraising cause account. So well done for everyone attending, and good luck. And of course, thank you. I know everybody's time is precious, and we're on Thursday now, and it's probably been a long week for most of us, but thank you very much for attending this evening. I hope it's been valuable. I hope you now have the confidence and the insight to go out and say, it's not scary, it's 4 steps, and it means free money for us, which of course you all need to keep what you're doing going. It's really important that that message resonates. That is my email address. So if you do want to reach out to me directly, and you don't necessarily want to book a call, but maybe you've just got a few questions, please let me know. And of course, that QR code there will take you to my calendar as well. I will also be sharing a survey after the session. So you'll receive the email with the session and the how-to videos, but I will also be asking kindly if we could have your feedback. So it will be a very short 5 minutes. So great for when you've sat down and made a cuppa to just send your feedback. So there'll be some multiple choice questions and some free text questions. It would be great to understand what you would like to see in the next session, what would be valuable. And of course, if you've used the reminder, if you're already using it, or you've already got supported queries about it, what they are, it would be fantastic to know what that is, because of course we want to improve. So all feedback is very valuable. So I will say thank you in advance for completing that survey, and thank you for your time this evening. If you don't have a question right now, then feel free to leave the session. Have a lovely evening, and I will speak to you all very soon when you book a call. Otherwise, if you do have any questions, please pop them in the chat. We will stay for a little bit longer to answer those questions, but don't worry, because we will be able to answer them afterwards. We will have your details so we can get in touch, so don't worry. But like I say, we will stay for a little bit longer and go through that chat and answer any questions. So thank you very much.